Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my ranking of every zombies map in Call of Duty Zombies. Real quick before we get started, just want to throw out this trigger warning. This is one person's opinion, and if I talk bad about your favorite map, try not to take it to heart. Now this will be exclusively Treyarch Zombies, and I won't be ranking BO4 because, frankly, all of them will just be at the bottom except for 9. Also, no remakes. I will only be ranking each map in its original form. Now, there are a lot of maps to get through, 21 in fact, so I'm going to try to keep my analysis of each map short and sweet. Or should I say for this first map, short and pretty sour, because our first and worst map in the ranking video is the atrocity known as Die Rise. Most of you who have been watching me for a while know how I feel about this map, and I have good reason for it. Let's see, what's good about Die Rise? Well, the skybox is really nice, and that's literally it. Not that it helps much, since most of the time you can't even see it, since you're in an elevator shaft 90% of the game. Sure, the wonder weapon's awesome, when it's not killing you by making you fall off the map. The jumping jacks are awful reskin novas, and the high rounds are you standing in one spot hitting a single button every once in a while. Most of this map is just waiting for elevators, so you can get around the map. I know this isn't a tier list, but if it were, Die Rise would certainly be in triple F. Rant over. Our next map, I guess you could say number 20, is Zetsubo no Shima. This is going to be a controversial one, but I think I can make a pretty convincing argument for my ranking of this one, even without making a planning simulator joke. This map is ugly, tedious, and unfun. I actually like the KT4/Masamune more than others. However, the steps required to upgrade the thing and actually make it usable in the first place is absolutely ridiculous. The Skull of Nansapwe is probably the best specialist in the game, but in my opinion, it's not enough to redeem this map overall. Oh, and did I mention the 20 Ravagers that spawn in every goddamn round? High round for this map is literally doing the egg minus the boss fight, and the egg is just bad. I mean, you're literally just fixing an elevator. Coming in at number 19, we have Nacht der Untoten. I can already tell this is going to anger a lot of people, but let's take off the nostalgia glasses and look at this map for what it is. Although this map brings great atmosphere, it lacks any type of gameplay and gets boring very quickly. It's a challenging map at first, but once you learn it, you can basically get to whatever round you want, like say 5262. Congrats, Scrups. Overall, the map doesn't offer much, and looking at it objectively, it's easily one of the worst maps that we have. Following that theme, we actually have Verrückt at 18. Verrückt is one of the scariest and challenging zombies maps we have ever seen, but like Nacht, gameplay quickly becomes stale and there's little to do but run zombies through traps. Quickly now, we jump out to number 17 with my worst Black Ops 1 map, 5. 5 is definitely a polarizing map in the community. You either love it or you hate it, and I gotta say, I'm in the latter group. Outside of the funny characters, there is very little I enjoy about this map. The layout is awful, which makes traversing the map an absolute chore, especially with the teleporters being a 50-50 shot of actually sending you where you want to go. Guimara's Howl is maybe the worst wonder weapon of all time, and I do think this map suffers from being too hard. Oh, and by the way, the Pentagon Thief is simply annoying. He possesses no danger, but instead only inconveniences you, which I find to be a terrible trait for a boss. Speaking of things that are terrible, we have Transit. Now, I definitely have this map way higher than a lot of other people. I actually somewhat enjoy Transit, especially with multiple people. However, this map is the definition of tedious, especially while playing solo. With everything being a buildable and only being able to carry one part at a time across what is an absolutely massive map, this becomes Marathon Simulator 2012. Honestly, I could go on about Denizens, PAP, the jet gun, etc., but I feel like everyone knows already what makes Transit so bad simply because the map has been hated on for so long by so many. So I feel like at this point in the video, we're transitioning from really bad maps to maps that are just flawed in some ways, but definitely be considered good maps. The first of this group is going to be Shinonuma, coming in at number 15. Now, Shinonuma, like other World at War maps, doesn't really offer a ton in terms of content. However, I feel like this is made up for the introduction of the amazing wonder weapon that is the Wunderwaffe DG4, as well as the high round strat that is actually fun. Now, yes, the map is extremely easy, with the world record being over 10,000, again, by the Mad Lad Krups. But the strat itself is really chill and something I find enjoyable. In at number 14, we have Moon. Now, if this was BO3 Moon, I would have this map much higher. Unfortunately, I am of course only ranking original maps. Now, Moon, strictly from a gameplay standpoint, I think is fairly bad. I mean, the lack of gravity loses all novelty very quickly and just becomes annoying. The map is just gray, and the Astronaut is also the worst boss in all of Zombies. He takes your perks, makes you one-shot, never goes away, and gives you nothing in return for killing him. Things that bring this map up are definitely the wave gun, the creativity of the map, and the beautiful perfection that is this Easter egg. Coming in at number 13, we have Durice. Durice was very innovative for its time and easily the best World at War map. Brought us both PAP, our first proper Easter egg, and fixed the 24 zombie limit. More than that, Durice was just a fun map, especially when you got a bunch of friends and sat on the catwalk just going through rounds. However, it's another map that's held too high due to nostalgia, and in reality is a mid-tier map. Following Durice, we have what is essentially Durice 2.0 in Kino der Toten. I mean, it really is just the exact same map as Durice, with a different setting. That being said, I do think it's better than Durice, despite the Nova Crawlers, which I find to be very annoying and detract from the map. But overall, I'd say Kino's pretty good. Coming in at number 11, we have Nuketown Zombies. Easily one of the hardest maps, Nuketown Zombies brings a simple yet fun zombies experience. The only wonder weapon on this map are the ray gun and the ray gun Mark II, which makes it very hard to get to high rounds. Pair that with tight training spots and random perk drops that can leave you at round 20 with no jug, and you've got yourself a great hard map to really learn the game and progress your skills. This map even has a decent amount of lore, with you being able to hear the events of Moon transpire as you progress through the rounds. Finally, we've made it to the top 10, and coming in at number 10, we have Revelations. Ah yes, the ending to Black Ops 3 Zombies. What a time to be alive. This map seemed like the start of a trend where gameplay was thrown to the side in order to make room for story that would carry on into Black Ops 4. Now, I still think Rev can be fun, going for easy high rounds with what can only be explained as the most broken setup in all of Zombies, with both a packed Apothicon Servant and T-Gun. I do feel, however, that it falls short of the greatness we should have been giving for Black Ops 3 DLC 4. Coming in at number 9, we have Ascension. Once again, this map feels like a solid step up from Kino and Durice. However, there's something about this map that I just find extremely fun. Maybe the setting, or the wonder weapon, or maybe the monkeys. No, wait, definitely not the monkeys. To be completely honest, this map could be way higher if not for these stupid little creatures that take your perks. Personally, I would have preferred just dogs. I agree that this map needs something to break the flow a bit, but monkeys were not it. Next up, at number 8, we have Buried. Buried is just good in so many ways. I agree that it's easy, but I really don't care. This map really shines in the aesthetics department, delivering on an old western town with a custom HUD and themed weapons to go along with it. The Paralyzer is such a cool weapon, allowing you to fly, and getting to PAP can be a challenge, but is nothing compared to the tasks you have to do in some other maps. Not to mention the lovable helper that is Leroy. At number 7, we have Gorod Krovi. Some people feel that Gorod is one of, if not the best maps of all time. I just personally don't feel that way about it. This is a top 10 map, however, and for good reason. The atmosphere of a destroyed city is amazing. The Mark III is a fun wonder weapon you can get right from the box. And the boss fight, well, it's one of the best ever. I just find that the standard gameplay and high rounds are quite boring, which is why I knock it down to number 7. At number 6, just outside the top 5, we have the other candidate for hardest map of all time in Shangri-La. Shangri-La is possibly the most beautiful map ever made, and once you learn it, can be really fun. This map takes a high level of skill to play, but I also find it to be replayable, as setting up isn't super long. The monkeys on this map are a great addition that reward players who use them correctly. And of course, the baby gun is one of the coolest wonder weapons ever. At number 5, we have what is my favorite Black Ops 1 map, Call of the Dead. Characters, amazing. Gameplay, fun. Wonder weapons? Well, one is awful, but goddamn is a scavenger freaking cool. It isn't the strongest wonder weapon, but hearing that explosion is just so satisfying. I also find it really cool that it is impossible due to reset to get to around 100 on this map. Just something I figured I'd throw in there. Now the next 4 maps definitely get controversial, with these constantly being thrown around as the best maps ever. But like I said, this is my ranking, and at number 4 we have Mob of the Dead. I absolutely love this map. The feeling you get from playing this map is unlike any other due to the atmosphere created from this hellish prison. We have fairly deep and interesting characters, and of course, we have just great gameplay. I feel what makes this map so great is that the setup doesn't take long and is essentially just you opening up doors and progressing through the map like you would any other, except there's more for you to do. You don't ever have to go out of your way for something on this map. The thing I think more maps should incorporate is how you can get the wonder weapon from either the box or from doing quests. The Asagat is such a unique wonder weapon, and the Hell's Redeemer is just amazing. So much good about this map. Coming in at number 3, I actually have Der Eisendrache. Der Eisendrache basically took everything from Origins and tried to improve on it, and it came pretty damn close. Easily my favorite Easter egg to do either solo or with people, and obviously the bows are just amazing. I just don't find this map as enjoyable as the next 2 on this list. So, coming in at number 2, we actually have Origins. This map I usually call my favorite map of all time. That being said, I don't think it is the best. Origins brought so much to the table with the staffs, an amazing Easter egg, and of course, the premise versions of our beloved characters. I could go on and on about how much I love Origins and how much fun I've had playing this map through the years, but unfortunately, I don't think there's enough time in the world for that. So let's move on to number 1. The number 1 spot for best Call of Duty Zombies map has to be Shadows of Evil. This map is, first of all, absolutely gorgeous. I would even go as far to say that it's the best looking Zombies map we have ever had. Setup opening map takes knowledge, but doesn't take a lot of time to do. One thing that helps is, in order to progress on this map, you have to go through rounds, so you aren't stuck on round 5 for 30 minutes like you are on other maps. We're also introduced to possibly the best wonder weapon ever created, the Apothicon Servant. Shadows of Evil is complicated, yet somehow easy to learn, and I think is as close to a perfect map as we have. That being said, I am super excited for Cold War and can't wait to see where D Machine will rank on this list. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like. If you want more content, definitely subscribe. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday over on my Twitch. Link to that will be... Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.